everyone, and welcome to the first how-to guide from Checkmate Tutors relating to how to write effective essays in your GCSE iGCSE English Language and Literature exams. The skills that you will learn in these lessons are applicable to the writing of other essays in other arts and social science-based subjects. However, the focus is obviously on GCSE and iGCSE English Language and Literature essays. The learning question for today's lesson is: do I know about and can I apply the Burger method to my essay writing in GCSE or iGCSE English Language and Literature tasks? Yes, you heard it right, the Burger method. This isn't an acronym. The Burger method of essay writing is an easy way to represent the components of an essay. So why a burger? The reason is simple. As Aristotle once said, a Greek philosopher and generally clever guy, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. What this means is that in order to create something, for an example an essay, you need to have a number of ingredients, and these ingredients need to be mixed together, or sequenced in the case of a burger, in order for the essay to be effective and logical. If you look at this picture of a burger, you will see that each and every component has its place in the sequence, and it is this place that helps contribute to the overall experience of eating a burger. For example, if you didn't have the top bun, your hands would get messy if you tried to pick the burger up. If you didn't have the bottom bun, again your hands would get messy and all of the other ingredients would be scattered over the box that it was contained in. If you don't have the meat, then it's not really a burger and instead more of just a sandwich. So as you can see, each and every part in the picture comes together to make burger what it is. So getting back to the essay writing. An essay, much like a burger, as a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. As such, I want you to look at this diagram and visualise your essay and this image of a burger blending into one. They occupy the same space, they are one and the same. So the top bun is your title. Your essay must have a title. This gives it focus. It also gives you the ability to write the essay on a particular topic without losing focus and gives the reader the opportunity to see what the topic of your writing is before even starting to move down the page. Think about it. When you go to McDonald's, you don't say I want a burger, you're more specific. You say I want a quarter pounder or a cheeseburger, otherwise the chances are you'll get the wrong thing. The same is true here. If you don't write the title, your reader will likely be able to see it's an essay, but you might write the wrong type of essay. People that work at McDonald's are a bit busy. Don't make it easy for them to mess up your order. And examiners are lazy. Make it quicker for them to award you marks than become prejudiced against your answer because you've been lazy and not included the title. You only have to copy it down once. The next element is the tomatoes. The tomatoes represent your introduction, and your introduction must do the following. Restate the title, but in slightly different words, and what you're going to do with the title. Write this without making reference to I or we. Don't use personal or inclusive pronouns. Here are two simple examples. One is from question 2 of paper 1, AQA English Language. The original question reads, how does the writer use language here to describe the hearttop family? You could include the writer's choice of words and phrases, language features and techniques, sentence forms. So you could write as your introduction. In this essay, it will be discussed how the writer uses language to describe the hearttop family and influence the reader's impressions of them. To do this, the following aspects of the writer's use of particular words and phrases, aspects in language, and types of sentence will be discussed. Here you can see that I have rephrased the question, written in an impersonal way and told the reader why I'm doing this. Another example taken from English Literature Paper 2, question 26. Compare how poets present the ways that people are affected by the war in War Photographer, and in one other poem from Power and Conflict. So you could write, in this essay it will be discussed how Duffy shows the way people and their lives are affected by war, and this will be compared with how Garland does the same in her poem Kamikaze. The next layer is the cheese. This is the first paragraph in which you talk either about one aspect of the question you're responding to, or two, depending on the question paper and topic. The acronym that you will use here, either CRE or PLE, more in those in a separate lesson, will again depend upon which question you're answering. The next part of the burger is the onions. This is the second paragraph in which you talk either about one aspect of the question you are responding to, or two, depending on the question paper and the topic. The acronym that you'll use here, either CRE or PLE, more on those in a separate lesson, will again depend on which question you are answering. The meat. This is the third paragraph in which you talk either about one aspect of the question you are responding to, or two, depending on the question paper and topic. The acronym that you'll use here, either CRE or PLE, again, another separate lesson will show you how to use those, will depend on what question you're answering. The next section is the pickles. This is the fourth paragraph in which you talk either about one aspect of the question you are responding to, or two, again, depending on the question paper and the topic. The acronyms that you'll use here, again, CRE or PLE, will again depend on the question you're answering. The final part of this essay burger is the bottom bun. This is your conclusion paragraph. Much like the bottom bun of the burger, it's really important, and even though it may seem a little bit boring, it must be done properly, otherwise your burger or essay will fall apart and seem pointless. In your conclusion, you must restate what you have demonstrated and how you've done this. For example, if you're responding to the poetry question in which you were talking about the representation of the effects of war on individuals in War Photographer and Kamikaze, you might say, in this essay, it's been demonstrated how Duffy shows the lasting effects that visiting a war zone has had on a civilian reporter who now suffers from PTSD. When he arrives home in England, feels angry towards the British people who have a false caring attitude towards the victims of these tragedies that they soon forget when down the pub or going about their daily routines. Garland, on the other hand, uses the experience of a Japanese would-be kamikaze pilot and his extended family to show the lasting impact that the war and Bushido culture has on people in the decades after the conflict. So that's it for this lesson. It's designed to give you a basic understanding of how to use the visual metaphor of a burger to write your essay, so that when we look more closely at the CRE and PLE paragraph structure, you will know that these paragraphs are bolted into this burger structure. Please remember that you must now watch the other two videos in this series on CRE and PLE paragraphs before attempting to write any essays. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the Checkmate Tutoring YouTube channel for more great content. Till next time, goodbye.